A bit bunched at the moment. Maybe if the Hilton forwards can kind of just spread out, it creates a bit more space for themselves to work into. But I mean, we're into the first third minute of the game. I think there's a lot of excitement to be back playing schoolboy hockey, and we should see the game progress as we go on.
Oh, 100%. It was actually some interesting commentary. I was chatting to Ross Heaton, who's the u16A coach of this team, and he was saying it's been quite fascinating to watch the difference in phases, because obviously all the public schools have just come out of their holidays. We watch an exciting ball go through which just doesn't quite connect with the Northwood player up front. But Ross was saying, we've just come out of our week holiday after festivals. There's a little bit of downtime, and you can see there's a slight difference in intensity between the public schools. Whereas Hilton, they went into the top 10 schools festival, they continued straight into school, they've had 3-4 training sessions, above what the public schools have had, and it's interesting to see those little half moments where there's a little bit of a change in intensity. Yeah,
I mean, you and I both know that those the times when you aren't playing and you asked to return to play and you haven't been on the turf and had some stick and ball time, it does take you that little bit longer just to get back into your groove. And yeah, the Hilton groups, I mean, the under 14 side looked really in tune this morning. The first team, phenomenal outfit that, and the under 16s have started in a very similar fashion.
And here we go, Northwood. Oh, yeah, there we go. Got the free hits on top circle. This is exciting to see what they can do. We know that obviously they're a very well-drilled team with some exciting penalty corner options. You see, little 1v1 in the top circle. Gets a little bit of ball protection. Can he find the foot? Oh, just worked out by Hilton, and they just relieve the pressure, getting it out to right half. And nice bit of control. And what are we going to do? Retain possession and just break infield. Where's the next connection into the circle? There the lead comes.
Ball.
Great ball. Get on top of that. And just over the baseline. That's a little bit better. We're starting to find some space now, just getting away from the bunching which we initially saw.
Yeah, absolutely. They seem to have settled a bit both sides. We're seeing some good ball carrying and some really good off the ball leading.
Yeah. Rourke on the ball, yeah, just passing it out wide, looking to play to numbers over there on the right hand side. Missed touch, and there we go. North, we're going to go a little high press again. Yes, centre striker comes across, and he has the management over here. We're just looking at that view, hey, Wade? Yeah. Northwood, my goodness, doing all the good things.
Yeah, John, it's not the worst place to play hockey, especially from a supporter's perspective, when you are able to be at the ground and looking down over that sea.
There we go, Northwood back on the ball. Ball just over-carried by Hilton player. And here we can set up the 16. And we can see how Hilton are getting so aggressive in here. Good communication, really making sure they're getting the angles right. And we're just going to see them test. Go back, and here comes the running press. Nice and aggressive, but Reed with great composure. Now can we make the next connection? Oh, a bit chancy over there, but recovered outside the circle. Now we go back into our deep defense. Oh, that's it. Can we follow up? Oh,
that was a really good 1-2 at the top of the circle from the Hilton boys. Shot just going wide, not testing the keeper too much.
I think maybe that's the moment where you don't really want such an expansive shooting skill. I think the balls come through into great space. Maybe that's the moment. Rock the back foot, little roundhouse flick maybe, get it on target, make the keeper make the save, and give yourself an opportunity off the rebound.
100% chance.
And Reed is doing some fantastic things cleaning up for the back. Great little touches, interaction, ball, and another great midfield transfer to Tristan Boyle out wide, which we both know very well from him playing at Riverside Hockey Club. It's exciting to see him on the field. I know I think he had a run-out for the Northwood first team last weekend.
Yeah, I believe he did. He got his first cap against, I think, DHS, if I'm not mistaken, at Riverside.
Yes, yeah, that sounds correct.
So fantastic for a young man like Tristan to get an opportunity at that first team level, hey, just to feel what that level is like. It is quite a big step from under 16 to first team, as you know, John. That age group of under 17, it's quite a big growth factor involved. So from 16 to 17 and into that open age group, yeah, But it's a great opportunity for youngsters to test their skill and kind of measure themselves with the best in the country.
Yeah, definitely. And it's quite cool to see that, you know, Sean Baker's really running a good program here down in Northwood, and to see that someone is technically capable to make that jump, even though there's such a big physical difference in it. So for him to still keep up the tempo of the game and go with it is fantastic, that they've got the structures in place to really allow for that. And I mean, you can see that. I think this under 16A team from Hilton's a little bit smaller than what we saw from the first team.
Yeah.
But still, everyone looking good space, eyes up, forward hockey. It's just really, really exciting. So here we got Hilton back on the ball. Nice easy pass. Connor doesn't quite get on it in the midfield. And there's our man again, just cleaning up in the midfield. So now, who's going to stamp the authority on this game and really do it? We've had a bit of ping pong at the moment, but I suppose this is also the product of an under 16 year. We're learning that experience. We're learning what we can get away with, what we can't get away with. When's the right time to gamble? When's the right time to control it? And maybe as we go and get into chuckers 3-4, when some of the adrenaline wears off from having this game televised and on TV, and then we can start playing, okay, what's the smart play here? How do we just get a little bit more control?
It's Northwood with a good turnover, threaded ball into the circle, staying very strong on the ball.
Hustling it out. That's some good movement to find the space, and gets a quality shot off. Well done by the goalkeeper. Now it's time to look for that upgrade. Are we trying to force this penalty corner? But well won by Hilton College. Drive out, get it out of space. Oh, and again, move it, transfer. Can we find one more? There it is.
Great
1v1 shoulder edge of the circle. Nice connection again. There we go. Just some smart play. There we go, and this little Reese Lardent on the ball, very handsy. His sister is actually Jess Lardent, who's one of the SA indoor hockey players. She's also in the SA outdoor squad for one, definitely one of the standout players in the KZN ladies team. So obviously some strong genes coming through.
Yeah, I'm sure sister Jess has put her younger brother Reese to some 1v1 battles at home, Johns.
Oh, I've seen they've got a little mini astroturf in the back, so there's definitely been some little skill sessions out there.
It looks like we have a PC awarded to the Northwood boys here. I'm not quite sure what that was for. I didn't catch it. Did you catch it?
I believe it was a foot. It was just off camera at the time that it happened, but well worked from that really goody turnover. Get into the space on the side and get in. Setting up with two castles over here. I know we've got some quality drag flickers. Here's our injector, just lining up, making sure he's got the right line, and let's see what he can do. Straight on, good inject, just skew, comes through the drag flick, don't quite get it off. Can it get on the secondary? But the shot just goes wide. And there we go, Matthew Fairweather, man that has been at Hilton for the past couple of years, doing some incredible things. Also played a whole lot of hockey. He's an SA under-21 player. He played over in Belgium. Actually, he was with both of us over in Belgium.
Yeah, Matt played with both of us at Gantoise in Belgium, and obviously he was very involved with the South African men's indoor setup for a long time. He captained the team at the 2018 Indoor World Cup in Berlin, and doing some great things at Hilton. Very, very lucky are the Hilton boys to have Matt on their coaching staff.
The whole staff they've got there is really, really exciting. Darren Gallagher, who originally was at Northwood, then went across to Hilton as the director of hockey. He's now stepped into the director of sport, which I was actually having a chat to him earlier. It's a bit of a pity because we don't have him next to the hockey field anymore, as much as he'd want to be.
It is sad, but then you still have Devin van der Merwe, Damien Kimpley, Matt Fairweather. I mean, it's just a fantastic coaching setup for the Hilton boys.
And you've got their current coach, who's a product of that system. I think all that knowledge which gets transferred. James Below, who's really got this team looking nice and sound. And as we're saying that, we've just got a bit of a double turnover. Northwood get the ball onto the baseline, and well worked. Just put onto the foots over there. So here we go. Penalty corner number 2. I think we're up to, it must be about 8 or 9 circle entries. So nice that we're slowly getting the conversion, so we're getting those outcomes. And let's see. I know last PC, old Stratum pushed it to first castle, where they try to get the drag flick on. Maybe a bit of a skew push, putting the flick under pressure. Do you think they go for variation or they just keep it the same?
John, if I was the coach, I'd probably call for the same. Hey, I think you back where your strengths are, and you mentioned there's a good PC castle. Let's see what they can do here, Northwood. Push slightly wide, drag flick got away. Good running from the Hilton College first wave runner. Great angle. I know, John, you're a first wave runner, and you guys are special. I mean, not many people like to run at a hockey ball being flicked at them, but you are one of them. Just talk us through what's going through your head when you're running out there, and a guy's setting up to flick the ball at you.
I think the biggest thing is to not think, Wade. I think that's exactly it, and it's make out good yards. And for me, the real thing is do the most you can for the goalkeeper. So if you can run out on a good line where you are halving the goals, essentially running out so that your stick is in line with where the ball's getting stopped, you just get to put that flick under a lot of pressure. So you really saw, I mean, maybe with the skew push there, we know Ben Bashford was the guy coming through for the drag flick, just didn't quite have that time. The Hilton runner really being brave, and I think that's it, being super, super brave, getting in control and doing what his team needs.
That brings to an end the first quarter of this U16A game between Northwood and Hilton. It's quite even. I think Northwood slowly gaining a bit of momentum. We haven't seen any penalty corners from the Hilton side yet, so I'd go with the 2 or 3 corners that Northwood have had. They do have a slight upper hand. They are moving the ball really well, but at the end of the day, you look at the scoreboard at the moment, it says 0-0.
0-0, and I think you're right. I think there was a bit of a momentum shift, because from the beginning we saw Hilton really trying to put them under pressure nice and high, and got a couple of opportunities, but couldn't really create a final third bit of presence and pressure. And that's kind of been the difference in the contrast between the two teams, whereas Northwood have gone and converted that and gone to the circle and got guys into good positions to go and work it out. And that's been the result there, 2 PCs. As you see, Ross Heatham on the board doing all the good things, making sure we're motivating them. And as you would have seen, there's been a change in hockey over the last it's been a couple of seasons now where we've gone into quarters, which is quite exciting. So it's had a big impact on the game. It's made the game so much faster. We've had to really keep it up. Where I think when we played 35 minutes and 2 halves, we had to control the tempo to make sure you could get through the whole half and make sure you had the consistency in the last 5 minutes, like you spoke about in the last game. But over here, you can go gung-ho, you can push hard, and that our substitution rollover is so much higher than what it used to be, and it's just made the game come alive.
Yeah, Johnson, at the schoolboy level, I remember this age group of between 14 to 18, you do kind of have a little bit of excess energy that you are able to expend. So it's great. The chuckers just allow the guys to have a quick sip of water, gather their thoughts, and get going.
Yeah, and as you said, get going. We've got the second chucker underway, where Hilton have the ball just moving around the back quite nicely, nice and controlled. And as you say, nice and controlled, put into space, bit of a mistrap, but we're going to make it work for us. Just down the sideline as we play over here. A little bit scrappy. We need to just get the ball under control, where we can start moving, getting our eyes up, and play from there.
Just not many options on at the moment for... Just try to roll it into the midfield. A turnover. Hilton finds their centre forward, win a free hit. Let's see if they can take it quickly. They have taken it quickly.
Oh, just try to get onto that. Maybe a little much on it, but we love the attempt, love the enthusiasm there. Looks like we're getting caught up in the game a little bit, trying to go a little bit too direct from both teams. Good diving turnover there. Can we take it to space, take it away from danger? But great presence by the Hilton, and this is the moment. Can we upgrade in the circle? Oh, keeper, great presence, well done, really well closed down. That is fantastic.
Fantastic keeping by the Northwood keeper to identify that it was his time to step up and assist his defenders there and make the tackle.
Now, Harley Jagger doing all the good work at goalkeeper. Ball gets fired in. Oh, and what does our coaches always say?
On the far post, Johns.
Get on the far post. Oh, my goodness. We have a little timeout here. Why? Well, Jagger just amends his kit, obviously with a big dive like that. Goalkeepers, have you said first wave runners are special people? Goalkeepers are special people because they stand and go running, diving into a ball which is getting hit at 120 k's an hour at them.
Chance, I don't think we have enough time to get onto the goalkeeper conversation, as we know. But yeah, for those who have joined us, just a score update from the games prior. The Northwood 14As and Hilton under 14As drew 2-2. And then we saw a great game between the first teams where Hilton came away victorious with a 5-2 win, showing their power. And yeah, we are now with the under 16 teams, the Northwood under 16A versus the Hilton under 16A side. We are into the second chaka, into the 3rd minute, and scores still sitting at 0-0 and quite evenly matched at the moment.
You see this press of Hilton's really working well. Lauden not having too many options. He had to go to the air the previous time to try to break the press, but now we play it down the left flank and just don't make the final connection. So we've got a lot of small little unit players which are sort of happening all over the field because both teams are not giving each other that much space to play and don't have the freedom to make big expansive outletting passes, which is exciting to see that organization.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with both teams' organisation, John. It's sometimes at this age group you find it getting a bit scrappy, but yeah, both teams look really organised. I think hats off to the directors of hockey, obviously setting some good structures in place for all the age groups, resulting in some really good hockey that we've seen this morning.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, we go back up Hilton's side of the pitch. Nice bit of control. Hilton seemed to have moved to a bit of a back three there, pushing another person through into midfield.
Yeah, we saw in the first team game they went quite a lot. They changed from 4-3, and it looked like just situational changes, which is fantastic at that level. Hey, just to identify that hey we can go from a back 4 into a 3. Is phenomenal, and like you said, we can see it happening here with the Hilton under 16 team, and to understand that kind of concept at this level is really great, and hats off to the coaching staff.
There you go. Ball down line, stepped in front, well worked by Northwood, just getting it down the space on the outside. Great ball into space. Can we win the foot race? Yes, gets our stick on it. Oh, but just Isaacs just can't keep it in across the baseline. That was exciting hockey. That was really good. I think we get 1 or 2 more of those. Sure, we'll start setting up Tristan Boyle in the backspace. I know he loves putting it onto the backhand and trying to bury it. But there we go. We're at Rourke Gressner just can't quite get under control. There we go. And Paige, talk us through some of this Durban heat and humidity. Hey, we know we talk about summer 365 down here in Durbs, but you know, as you start getting late into the second chaka, how do you think this will affect performance?
Yeah, John, so it's only getting hotter. Hey, like I said, at this level there is generally a bit more energy, so I trust that the boys will be okay. But with the speed of the game and how it is played nowadays, yeah, this heat will start to take its toll. I think towards the end of the third chaka, start of the fourth chaka, we will see some really fatigued boys. Hilton on the attack, great 1-2.
Oh, just couldn't get in control. A little half moment there. I thought that might have been an upgrade for a penalty corner, but lucky to get away with it. Sure, a little swinging stick tackle like that, any sort of contact annoys. I think umpires definitely going to the double hand point for a penalty corner there, but well managed in the end.
It's a good aerial outlet from who I think was Reese.
Yeah, but it was Reese again.
Yeah, good option. There's nothing on in front of him. Saw the space behind the Hilton press and just popped it over the top. Nearly halfway through the second chaka and the scores still tied at 0-0. It feels like one of those games, John, that the team who does score could be the winner.
Yes, it's going to take that one moment and you'll feel like a true momentum shift and go from there. I think to get that back is going to take a lot of maturity, And as we're saying, with just energetic youngsters, who's going to be the person that just stands up for the team and says, okay, here we go. I'm going to take control. Let's get back on top of this. There we go, with another great turnover by Hilton in the midfield. Good spin out, but again, quite direct. There we go. Northwood down the sideline. How can we do it? Just trying to manage presence. Oh, we got a nice little bit of skill. Doesn't quite connect. Solid defense over here. And then we go Connor with the 1-2 setup back into the space. Can we get on it? Not quite. So we can see some of the small moments are getting played slightly better. We just like them in sort of slightly smarter areas in the field.
Yeah, 100%, Johns.
Yeah.
Here's Hilton on the attack. Can they find the...
Oh!
It's nearly a very unorthodox finish, but it would have been a fantastic goal.
That was definitely one for the crowd. When you start getting everyone going, oh, no. When I say the crowd, I mean
you mean mom and dad at home?
Mom and dad at home on the couch with a little bit of excitement.
Yeah, let's just talk about that. The Super Sports Schools live streaming is phenomenal. Hey, I mean, obviously in these times of COVID, parents not allowed to be at the venues, and I think Super Sport have done a fantastic job offering this content to the parents at home, who are, of course, desperate to be down and watching their little boys and girls on the side of the sports field. Here's a replay.
Comes through, great eyes up carry, pass just outside his right foot. Oh, that looked awfully close. That was a great little opportunistic moment over there. But I agree with you, Wade. What Super Sport is doing to invest and help grow the sport is fantastic. And the one thing, obviously, we know that not having supporters isn't great. But this is nearly forcing the growth in hockey, which we actually kind of need like 10, 15 years ago.
100%.
Because you've got such an incredible product, a highly skillful game that's super, super fast, that people love watching, and now people can watch it from anywhere in their home, cell phone, wherever you want to be, instead of having to come down every time. And I think this could be one of the things which really helps hockey grow and potentially get the sponsors back into the game and make sure that, you know, like at the moment we get the SA ladies and men to the Olympics because they've got the support.
Yeah, we don't really. There's not too many platforms to watch our game on. And now, I mean, when did you think, as an under-16 boy, you were going to be your hockey game was going to be streamed on a Saturday morning? I mean, it's a bit crazy to even think about it. I mean, you and I come from an era where there wasn't a lot of our hockey wasn't shown a lot on the TV, so
not at all.
Even now, these guys can pick up their phones at home, watch their mates, schoolmates playing a hockey game. Yeah, it really is fantastic.
I think the exciting thing about just the media that is getting digested by hockey players is you can kind of come up with this microculture where it's really, really exciting. You go, it's all these guys doing crazy cool skills where, you know, Inside Pool are really trying to document and highlight the program. Instagram has just been ridiculous because we've got some insane skills which always get shown. And then you have these youngsters go, yes, I want to do that. That's awesome. And it's, you know, in the garden by themselves training it, and then you see small moments coming through over here.
Yeah, some of these kids can do things which I only dream of, Johns.
And from one of the greats in South African hockey, that's really saying something.
Hilton probing a bit more into the Northwood's final third here. I'd like to see the Hilton strikers just get a little bit higher and stretch the field in this area. Otherwise, we're almost 20 guys in one small area. It makes it very difficult to get any outcomes.
Yeah.
And I know you as a schoolboy coach, it's probably one of the things you're shouting quite a lot to your guys. Stretch the field, create the space, make the area to play the ball into a bigger.
And also just make the area that they have to defend bigger. That was great programming opportunity. Oh, just coming off the baseline. That was some exceptional skill there. Got really, really excited. I thought Isaacs might have just crept it around the Hilton goalkeeper. Just Shorzy doing really good things, organising his defence. But here we go.
Great pickup by the Northwood forward there. Carried it on his weak side, pulled it strong. Good skills, good strength along the baseline. And very unlucky not to just tuck that in. Here's a replay, Johns. Good pickup.
Good protecting. Waits for the lunge to come. Just breaks past. Half pull around. Oh, and Shorzy just gets a toe to it. That is really, really well done.
And on that, this is becoming quite action-packed. One end to the other. We see Hilton coming away with the ball. Good tackle by Jan Rees Lardent.
Dakile with the Hilton carry over there. I think felt a little hard done by him. Is expecting to get the stick, the blow for the stick tackle round number 1. Then unfortunately gets put onto his foot. But here we go again. Oh, great positioning by the Northwood midfielder. Touches a little bit heavy, puts himself under pressure, and then forces a really good turnover by the Hilton boys. And again, good eyes up carry. Good eyes up carry. Oh, just a little misconnect. But this is some of the exciting hockey that we're wanting to see. And as we said, coming late into the chukker, field would open up a little bit more, and this is when the guys can start playing.
Yeah, you can see both teams feeling a lot more comfortable on the ball. They just need to be careful that they don't allow the game to become too stretched and it turns into almost a game of basketball from one end to the other.
Yeah.
Especially in this heat. It could be the detriment to both teams later on in the game.
Yeah.
We're coming towards the end of the second chukker, going into halftime. I think both teams will try a really hard push now in this last minute. Try and sneak in a goal here before the halftime. Carry the momentum into the break. Have half a bottle of water at least, I think, and then just listen to the advice and instruction from the coach on what they think could be done better and where they could find a couple more opportunities.
And there we have a slightly agricultural tackle by the Hilton player, but Northwood able to ride the blow, get onto it, and keep on going through. And there we go. With that, as we're talking, that is the final whistle for the half, which ends at 2-2. Not 2-2. Second half, it's 0-0. What am I talking about, Wade?
Don't worry, John. The heat is also getting to me here. It's Coach Ross Heatham bringing his boys in there. I wonder what he's going to be saying to his Northwood under 16 charges. What do you think is on the cards from the coaching side?
I would probably go with, I'd like a little bit more from our midfield. I think, you've got Reed who started off playing well. You've got Lardent who's in there looking for moments, but I think we need to make one or two more connections through the midfield. So maybe try play around, because with this 3-2-3-2, it's a little bit more zonal. Play them into the zone, see how you're going to manipulate the press from the midfield, and then see if you can make a secondary and tertiary connections in your sort of second quarter. And from there, once we've drawn them in, then we're going to have a little bit more space where we can actually play some free-flowing hockey and go from there. So I'd ask a little bit more from Connor Thompson, so Reese van der Linde, who's I think been a little bit quieter than what he's used to. We got the Ben Bashford, who we saw on the penalty corner a little bit earlier. Can we get you onto the ball? How can we go and manipulate? And then obviously Stradom I think has been super exciting, but just we need to get the guys the ball a little bit more.
I've been well impressed with the Northwood's ability to turn over in a particular zone, for example on the right hand side of the field, and then facilitate the transfer through the midfield and get the ball to the other side. I must say, I've been really impressed by that. Some good work by Coach Ross Heaton to get that kind of hockey intellect out of such a young group of boys.
Oh, definitely. And now, what do you think Coach James Below is saying to the Hilton boys?
I think the Hilton guys are picking up a lot of second phase balls when Northwood are turning over, when Northwood are carrying out of their defensive area. The Hilton boys are putting a lot of pressure on them, quick turnovers, but I just think this final third is where they are struggling. And they've had more than enough circle entries to gather a couple more corners. So I think he's going to be asking his charges for a couple more outcomes, whether it's shots on target, penalty corners. Yeah, they've had some really good momentum going forward, and I really think that's where he's driving home at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I would, in particular, I'd like to see a couple more baseline carries. I mean, how many balls have we really seen actually get carried to T-spot and go? Everything's been driving through top circle, which I think is allowed, we said Reed and Lawrence to shine as defenders, but I would like to see them challenge the ball more. Just maybe make it a bit of a contest and a foot race, get it around the outside. Maybe Hilton create the opportunity to get one or two PCs. I know they definitely want to try to get a flick off the top if they can. So I think I'd like to see a little bit more of that in the second half.
Absolutely, Johns.
And there, as we can see, out here at Northwood, what a fantastic Durban May morning. It is just an absolute gem. Slight breeze around, so it's actually getting a bit cooler than what we were talking about earlier. But, oh, can't think of too many other places you'd like to play hockey.
100%, John. It's just a great May day. It's warm. I think this seems to be a slight bit of cloud cover moving in, which is going to be the saving grace for the second half of this game, where these boys have been really playing at a high tempo, and yeah, just that sun hiding away for a bit is going to be a real treat for these young men.
Oh yeah. And seeing the brand of hockey, I mean, as an old boy, what are some of your thoughts?
Yeah, as a Northwood old boy, I mean, I sit here looking at this beautiful facility and trying to remember what was actually here when I was at school, and I think it was our under 15. There we go, John. So, I mean, that is absolutely spectacular.
I think we were saying some of the other places you want to be. Yes, maybe
yeah,
on the beach today.
Maybe on the beach. It does look quite. It looks starting to get like a little bit choppy, but hey, fantastic. It feels like those cameras over the Pebble Beach golf tournament we're looking at. But here we are in sunny Durban with a fantastic view.
Fantastic view. And there we have the Hilton Keephold. Shorzy made that incredible little save just off the toes a little bit earlier, making sure we're coming in with all the penalty corner defense gear. There he goes with the big toss, gets it over the back. But we are underway in the second half. The score is currently 0-0. Northwood under 16A versus Hilton under 16A. And here we go. Oh, so straight away Northwood getting called for not being 5, but a good carry into the 25. A connect just going to the baseline. Oh, and well kept in. And then there's our man, Old Reed. Good carry just over the sideline. You know, finding the balance between when in doubt, hit it out, and trying to just draw the defenders as far away from your own defensive goal as possible. There we go, down the line.
It's a bit of a pressure release there from the Northwood boys. First 50 seconds of the third chukker has been a full Hilton rampage there, and I think Northwood just sending the ball down the line, release a bit of pressure, step up their platform, and give themselves a bit of time.
And here we see them back in that back four we spoke about earlier. Oh, but that's slightly speculative pass over there. Played back down in, but does good work to turn it over again. And this is old Nick Chandler, who's really been impressive. He's had a couple of those midfield carries, just trying to find it, you know. And I think he's going, strikers, give me something. I want to play it to you in space. Let's go.
Yeah, he's a strong boy, and he's carried the ball really nicely down the middle of the field. Yeah, and like you said, just a few more options. He would like to see in front of him. It's a great little spin. And Northwood win the free hit, 16.
There we go. And Siad with a good tackle. Well won, plays to space nice and early. And Isaac's on the ball. Down, was that a foot? Oh, a great advantage. Okay, there we go. Umpire's getting it under control. Tristan Boyle saying, let's take it back, let's set up. And now what can we do? Can we create a bit of a phase in this as we start approaching the final third? But again, quite direct. Test your person who's playing route run. Goes in down wide here, just as it's out in front of us here. Old Rourke Gessner on the ball. Let's see how he can interact with Tristan Boyle. Runs directly at Nick. Oh, good turnover. Eyes up and nice composure. Can we play a little 1-2? Oh, here's a bit of turnover, double turnover.
Yeah, there's a lot happening in that little play. Northwood attacking. Here we go. Good ball across.
Okay. Oh. That's nicely done. We had some really good presence in the circle there, just inside of P-spot. Good ball across, just off the ground, making it particularly difficult for the defender. Any half moment there, slight lift, and Northwood on to penalty corner number 3 for the day. Sara just getting it. Nice little ball down the line for a good carry. And here we go. Can we get it up? But Siad again, really good win. And another double turnover.
Yeah, those double turnovers are ones where you as a coach will know, John, you start pulling your hair out. Just asking your players to keep the ball. There's there's no real point in turning your opposition over and then giving it straight back to them.
Exactly. I want to say, let's just go
Good
stick to
carry,
stick for
good
3 passes.
carry.
Great. Oh, across the face and a diving opportunity on far post. Sure. You could definitely can't doubt the dedication to the team and the want to score diving in there. But what a great opportunity there from Ben Bashford. You see in camera at the moment. Great carry, good delivery. Oh, that's... Oh, I apologize. That wasn't... Ben Bashford wasn't the one that played it, and that was actually a Hilton ball. Good little half turn down the sideline, and good step for the double defense. Just break down play, allow Hilton to set up their press again.
Hilton setting up their press really, really well. Not too many options apart from that one straight to the Northwood centre back. Just quite a big pressure relief for the Northwood boys. If the Hilton guys just manage that angle and that ball to the centre back, I think they could find themselves putting Northwood under a heck of a lot of pressure at those free hits on the sidelines.
100%. And here we go. Hilton, great carry, just a little inside pull. There we go. Set up. Oh, turnover. I think a bit of confusion between the two teams here. Must have been a little foot that we missed.
Yeah, I think this is the far post opportunity that went it begging. One.
Oof, Isaacs just gets on it, and we just don't get the second one. What great delivery off the baseline. That is fantastic to see.
Yeah, and 2 Northwood boys in a really good opportunity to put that away. I'd like to see the guys with a bit of a lower body position, just expecting that ball a bit more. I might find it easier, a little cricket hook, or I don't know what you want to call it. But yeah, I find in those areas you'll know, John. So when you're a bit more upright, it's quite difficult to get anything onto those balls flying in across the circle. And a penalty corner.
Yes, Hilton with a penalty corner. That is fantastic to see. Old Connor Thompson carrying just to the right. Oh, actually, no, sorry. I think that might have been. Was that Timo Hove? No, that was old Connor Thompson. Good little carry, set up on the sideline and get the foot. And I think now's the time where we start going, come on Hilton, here's the one. There we go, good eyes up carry. We've got Hilton in, really good players. Finds the back foot against the grain. Just smart hockey.
Yeah, it is smart, John. He's not really, he's being marked quite tightly by his defender. His defender releases a foot. He sees it, takes the opportunity, PC.
Here we go, setting up. Push, one Castle on the flick. And there we go, Jagger with a big glove save onto the sideline.
Yeah, not proving too much of a problem for Jagger. Big glove to the touchline. Here we go, straight pass from the Hilton boys. Sees Tristan Boyle, one-on-one.
Putting his face, gets the foot, but the follow-up, can
Quick
we go?
free hit taken.
Oh, just doesn't quite get on top of it, but there's still a lot of presence. Gets back on the ball. Can we win it back? Oh.
Yeah, I think deemed to just be on the floor there, obstructing the Hilton defender, unable to get the ball.
I think that was maybe the moment. I think maybe got a bit polite. He should have carried the circle hard.
I mean, it's a tough one, John. Sometimes in those 1v1 situations, you're always thinking maybe one of my teammates is around me, and so you slow down to have a look. But if you just back yourself and you drive in that moment, yeah, you never know what can happen in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, North did some good interplay between the midfield.
And there we go. Some nice presence. North is starting to get some nice control, getting guys into good areas. Oh, feeding it through. Just good interception over there by Sara, who's playing good little show, protecting the ball well. Now Hilton need to make sure we don't give it away cheaply, but that's better. Take it to the sideline. Who's around? How can we manage it? Nice little skill bacon. Oh, and just a little expensive. And Boyle with their counter-attack. We saw him now on the ball. Just takes it out. And here Northwood are just in front of us. There we go. Speaking to the umpire. Obviously, good Northwood gentlemen, hey?
Absolutely, John. They do produce fine young men at the school.
So one or two crazy moments. We've gone straight from a penalty corner for Hilton, straight across the other side. 2 potential circle entries. Got the defense guessing, but well done to old Sara for just stamping on it and saying, okay, let's slow this down, let's get it under control again and get it going.
Yeah, you do need somebody to just sometimes just stand on the ball, slow the game down, especially when there's end-to-end hockey like what we are seeing at the moment.
Yeah. Awkward ball into the Northwood circle, putting them under pressure, just really putting them into that danger zone. Can you fill it? Didn't quite get it, but now there's opportunity for the long corner, and this is something that I started enjoying as a rule change. Instead of us taking it long corners on the sideline, is, you know, take it from top circle, have a dip at the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper saves the line. Cool, we get possession back in a really attacking position again. It's an exciting dynamic. As we see, a half turn doesn't quite get the back foot squeeze off, but now we're going. Can Isaacs get there? Oh, just gets a bit much for him.
Yeah, that old long corner zone is quite a dead area, as most of us will know in hockey. It was quite difficult to get anything out of that. So that rule change has been a real great shift in that defensive dynamic and the attacking dynamic, allowing you to create a couple of set pieces from that area, from a long corner, which is
some really good carrying there. I think just takes into area 1, takes into area 2, defender just gets a touch and puts it onto the foot and go from there. And here we've got the potential. We've got a little bit of space in behind the Hilton ball, but a lot of unforced errors. Oh, here's that great carry.
Good aerial skills.
Oh, Chandler taking it again. Oh, and just up. Ooh, do you think they could have gone the other way,
yeah,
right?
John, so when I look at that, I think possibly Hilton might have been unlucky there not to get a corner in the circle. For my eyes, I think that comes off the Northwood stick and is lifted into the Hilton young man's body.
Yeah.
Which, if I was blowing, would have given a penalty corner. But as we know, it's very difficult for the umpires, especially in our game. And to all the parents listening at home, we know you'd love to be on the sideline cheering for your kids, but and sometimes throwing a little bit of abuse to the umpires, friendly abuse, just suggestions more
Yeah.
like. But it is very tough for the umpires, especially when the game is like this. It's a fast game. There are lots of sticks, lots of people around in small areas. It's
Good
and
skill onto the backhand.
great finish.
That is the moment of excitement we're talking about.
Great finish there, John.
Goodness. I think it's Connor Thompson who got on top of that. That's fantastic. Great little turnover, half turn onto the backhand, and just sideboard, backboard scores all day.
Yeah, that was a fantastic. I'd like to see that replay again. I think he's turned his. Here we go.
Just a little half touch, plays it through, turns it over.
Great spin. Oh, great finish. Bottom right corner. I think the keeper was slightly unsighted by his defenders in front of him, but as you know, those bottom corner shots are extremely difficult to stop, especially on a very well executed backhand like that. A fantastic finish. Hilton find themselves 1-0 up here at Northwood in this under 16A fixture, with only a couple minutes to go in this in the third chukker. Hilton on the attack again.
Here we go. This is the moment you spoke about earlier. Can we try expose the baseline? Just gets it through. That's the carry. Can we upgrade? Good pass across. There we go.
That's sometimes, John, that just that one goal. It's amazing what it does to a team. That momentum. Hilton turn the ball over. Here's this goal again. Great spin.
In the hook, finds the space.
Oh,
you know, as Dave Zwemsi would say, champagne.
Absolute champagne moment that day. Phenomenal finish by the young man.
We all know that hockey's a team sport. You make a lot of connections, but every now and again, when an individual stands up and makes a moment like that, that really changes things. And here we go. So Hilton set up with just the one castle again. Oh, and a missed push. I think maybe the turf will be getting a little bit dry.
I've seen. I think that could be the second one or the third one we've seen today on that side. It definitely must be a heat issue. I think the turf is dry, like you said, and the guys are just pushing as if the turf was wet. I think they just need to change their approach, the way they're pushing out now. Maybe even a little slap just to get the ball to the top of the D if it's not gripping nicely.
Yeah. Probably just a little dropping on the hands as it. Oh, great little pickup of the Hilton defender over here as it goes in. That could have been an exciting
And there we go.
And there we go. The third chukker comes to an end. Wow. And last 2 minutes of the chukker. There we go.
That's it, John. Things are starting to heat up in this under-16 game, and I think this last chukker is going to be very, very interesting. Hilton, obviously, are they going to try and defend their lead, or are they going to try and stamp their authority with another goal? And obviously Northwood, just one goal. That's all you take. Back to 1-1. It could be a complete momentum shift, and yeah, I think we're in for a cracker.
I think we're in for a cracking last chuck over here. Now, Ross Heaton, guys, one extra pass in the 25, one extra pass in the circle, and find your mate in space, and let's go. And then, play the game. Let the game come to you. Don't try to force the moments. And I think this was actually one of the things we were talking about a little bit earlier. We said there were a lot of unforced errors, and for me, it's been interesting to see how many balls have been played elevated off the turf because we're trying to force it past the player's stick, as opposed to the disengaged player maybe finding himself in a little bit more space. Then I can go stick to stick to stick and just keep a little bit more momentum instead of like forcing a half touch, forcing a something like that.
Yeah, Josh, you couldn't have summed it up better. Hey, just a bit more movement off the ball, allowing the player on the ball to have a couple more options to look at. And yeah, hopefully that would result in a lot less double turnovers. There we go. There's my Pebble Beach view again.
Drink it in, Wade. Drink it in. That's just a little bit of calming you need just to take us through.
I'm not sure I'd be able to work in the classroom if I was looking out the window and seeing that every day, John. I remember back at my days at Northwood, a couple of boys were absent every now and again from a few lessons when the surf was really, really good.
You say that out of, like, you speaking from some history here.
I was firmly seated on my school seat listening to my teachers.
Diligent student.
Correct.
There we go. There we go. I've been up to Sean Baker, the director of hockey's office, and that is his view. I don't know how he can stay focused for that long.
Yeah, it is phenomenal. If you're looking at the screen now, you'll just see the building on the left there, the Master of Hockey, Sean Baker. His office is on the top window there, and he has a fantastic view of the field, right behind the goal as well. It really is great. And there we go. Whistle has gone for the start of the final chukker. Hilton under 16A leading the Northwood under 16A 1-0 in what has been a fiercely contested encounter thus far. Yeah, let's see what this final chukker has in store for us.
There we go. Nice bit of play forward to regain possession. Can we find some space? Oh, but again, the Hilton boys just putting so much pressure on in that press. Yeah, and now a little bit more composure from Northwood as well, just to say, okay, I see what you're playing. How about this?
Yeah, Hilton, I think, showing their intention from the start of this chukker, John. So they're not going to sit back and rest on their 1-0 lead. They really need to take it to the Northwood guys. Just obviously they've seen how the opportunities that the Northwood boys have created, so they can't rest on their laurels and sit and defend a 1-0 lead. So resulting in a full court pressure straight away.
Full court. Go attack the game line. Go attack the score line. Great through, but Chancellor just doesn't get it. And you've got some real key players which are standing up here. And I think if you look at Damien Kimfley as the first team coach from Hilton, and you look at Sean Baker, they'll be looking at the boys which they're going to be filling their teams with next year. And the Hilton side, they've only got 5 matrics leaving, so you've got a bunch of these under 16 boys which are playing for those 5 spots. And in a year which is Hilton College's 150th year, it's been something they've been building towards for, let's call it, the last 5-6 years. I think
2022.
2022,
oh,
yeah.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah, so they really want to be showing the best that they have, trying to put things in place for next year.
It looks like another penalty corner for the Hilton boys. I think it hit a Northwood foot there. It was just off camera for that moment, but I presume it was off a Northwood boy foot.
And as we were talking about earlier, the turf must have been drying up, because you can see the Hilton boy just taking a little bit of water. There we go. Nice. Give it a little bit so it's a little bit smooth. And when you're injecting, you only really need those sort of first 10 centimeters to be smooth, because once you've gone past that initial moment, flat stick takes over. You can start opening up and really power through, and then the turf should do the rest for you. Really good push. Slightly skew one. Go for the variation, but well read by Northwood. That was really, really well picked up. And here, play it down the line. Bashford on the ball, trying to find it down the line, but Ziad can't quite get onto it, and they look to play quickly again. Really, really good. Good carry. Can we find the space on the opposite side? Just broken down by Hilton College.
Quick direct play there from the Hilton boys.
Fantastic. Just summing up the defender. Maybe taking a bit long. Would like to see him move on the ball a little bit more. That is the Wade Paynton elbow up. Textbook carry. Absolutely perfect. Going in, a couple of arms up for the Hilton, wanting the foot over there. Doesn't look like they quite get it. Here we go. Northwood get the ball back under control. And great ball into space with a fantastic touch.
Oh.
Can we carry? Oh, just can't make the connection. But Tristan Boyle gets back on the ball. And again, Nick Chancel doing absolutely fantastically, recovering in defense there.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal for the Hilton boys. He really has been a pillar of strength at the back there, playing in the looks like to be the free centre back position. Yeah, he's mopping up a lot of free ball, and he's got a rather big distribution on him.
Oh yeah,
he's played some really good long balls.
There's a certain Robert van der Horst about him as well.
It definitely is.
And here we go, ball back up on the other side of the field. Hilton with the long corner. This is the moment where we can go and have a bit of offensive pressure, move the defense. Oh, a lot of space to carry the circle. Maybe some HP spot, tries to get into the danger zone, finds the stick, comes across, and oh, just wide off the stick, setting up for this quality 16. That was an exciting opportunity.
Yeah, really good, chance. I mean, you could find that trickling into the corner, and you find yourself 2-0 down here. So Hilton will be
well done. As we see that,
yeah, Hilton will be not concerned, but I mean that could have been a really. So this is end-to-end hockey at the moment, just a mistrap. But yeah, back to that one. If that little one had rolled in there, okay, 2-0, it suddenly becomes a very, very different game with 7 or 8 minutes to go in this third jacker. But Northwood will be quite happy to see it roll past the far post.
Very, in fact, I'm sure. You see Grant Brightford on the ball here with a little carry, taking into contact, a solid tackle in there to break it down, but good bit of presence, just keep it away, not looking to anything expensive, put the ball at too much risk. And here we go, Hilton get to move the ball around, but another exciting press as Northwood try to chase the game a little bit, put them under pressure every single moment, down into space, and just cleaned up on the sideline, get it played back around. That's some smart hockey, well won. And then great pass into top circle, onto the back stick. Oh, just a bit of presence by the defender, getting a half touch on it, meaning the Hilton attacker couldn't get full control on that tomahawk, just getting it to loop a little bit over the sideline. But oh,
yeah, critical that the Northwood defender gets close to the Hilton player going for his backhand, just for him to feel the presence and not be able to have a clean shot. I've really enjoyed the competitiveness on the 50-50s in this under-16 game, John. Both teams fighting so hard for the ball. Really is good to see.
But still showing a lot of control and that physicality as well. So it's not becoming scrappy, and there are not too many stick tackles, but just good, hard competition. It's fantastic. In those moments, it actually nearly makes it easier for umpires to blow it, because there we can. Oh, pass coming in, good turnover. We'll watch the replay over here into the middle. Hove gets on it, just takes it away from the defender. And just a half touch, putting it over. Great little action to move it away from the defender there. So as we were saying earlier, I think when it becomes this physical, you can nearly let a little bit more go as an umpire, because there is that competition and that control. It's when it's a little bit lopsided that the game becomes scrappy and there's frustration. So good work for both teams to keep the control up.
Great, another great transfer from the Northwood boys.
Oh, good ball into space. Can we get it across? Just getting in front. A Northwood player can't quite get onto it.
Yeah, just out of the reach of it looks like the Northwood left half has made a sterling run down the left-hand side there.
Yeah, Andre Stradel making it. Yeah, that's a good little 80-yard lead to try to get in there.
We know, Johns, the defenders always trying to get up into the circle to try and have their moment of glory.
Oh, 100%. Need to get in there, and they'll take any goal. Far post tip in from the top.
Good
That's
movement.
that's a nice little bit of transfer. The spatial awareness by Northwood is fantastic, and the areas of the field they want to attack into is awesome. And you know, we've spoken a lot about the coaches and directors, but you know, that is something which is very much coached. It's awesome that these guys have got the ability to get their eyes up, but now that they're aware that those are the areas they want to get it to, that just sets up for really good hockey like we see here this afternoon.
Great turnover by Northwood on that right-hand touchline. See, quick free hit taken.
And Bashwood trying to show some hands, gets it up just inside the circle, rides one, rides two,
Well done.
yes!
That's a good corner.
Oh, that is...
Some great ball carrying. I think as soon as you start getting the ball aerial, you start putting your defenders under pressure, and you saw the Hilton guys feeling the pressure there, wanting to make the big tackle instead of rather just watching. Here we go, we have a look at the movement. Quick free hit.
There's one, there's the aerial skill you're talking, gets it up.
Here we go.
Big tackle, big tackle. Oh, so well worked. That is what you want in big moments.
Johns, I think with about 4.5 minutes to go on the clock, this could be a really, really big moment in this game.
Yeah. And again, we saw Bashford step up, stride, drag flick. Their last PC, they got 2 castles. Looks like they're lining up for post number 2. Oh, goes to 1. Carry, looks for the second castle. 1, onto the backhand. But just can't get control. Oh.
Yeah, unlucky. I think the push came out just slightly skew, with which offset there. Look, what they were going for, a 1-2 kind of variation,
yes,
maybe.
And I think quite clever, because the Hilton first wave really got out quite far. Their right prong, you know, created a little bit of space. I think maybe worrying about the flick coming off and trying to get on.
Here we go, Tristan Boyle
on the ones. Ooh, that's getting exciting. Northwood are definitely getting a little bit more momentum over here, creating 1 or 2 more opportunities.
That's it, great.
And that's just a smart throw.
Yeah, relieve the pressure. Great touch.
And Tristan Boyle. Oh,
that was really close. I think umpire Sean Baker deemed that as yeah,
maybe the other end of the scale with the physicality.
100%,
Maybe a little bit
of body contact.
Yeah, but some good fight, and it's going to be exciting for Northwood if they can get on top of one of these 2 half moments that they're putting the Hilton defenders on. Then we're going to be in for one hell of a final 3 minutes over here. And again, Hilton boys stepping up, putting Northwood under big pressure, but nice composure. 1-2 play down the line. And on ball, just getting through down over here. And a great pickup by Isaacs. What can we do? Puts into space. Tristan Boyle again. Show some hands. Can he get onto it with the backhand? Oh my word!
Almost jumped out of my seat there as a Northwood old boy Johns. It's fantastic turnover from the Northwood boys, and just very unlucky Tristan Boyle. He's connected it really well, just slightly off target. Here we have a look at it again. Great skill.
Great touch. Oh, knows that he has to go high. Maybe just mistimes it, but oh my word. You can see that this is what Coach Sean Baker saw. That's why he wants him in his first team. That is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Absolute hunger.
But let's not move away
from... Oh,
Hove,
great action to get into the circle there. Yeah. Yes, really, really well done.
Going back to that shot, I think the Hilton keepers put some really good pressure on Tristan there, forcing him to have a quick shot. Here we go, look, he's noticed he has to come out quickly, gets there.
Makes himself really, really big, forces a good shot. That's some incredible work by keeper Shawsey. That's fantastic.
Super aerial skills there from the Hilton midfielder. I'm not sure who that is. I think he's forced a short corner. Fantastic. It's once again, John, it's the aerial skills which are causing all the problems in the defensive circles. The teams are wanting to dive in to make those tackles. They're feeling under pressure, and that's where we're seeing all of our outcomes coming.
Yeah. And for Hilton now, in terms of game management, what a great time to get a penalty corner. You're into the final minutes of the game.
Okay, let's have a look.
There we go. Fantastic. Get the ball up as you're entering the edge of the circle. Make the defenders make a big, big action. And the outcome, quality penalty corner at the right time. You get to see out the game. Unless Northwood can defend this and counter-attack really, really quickly, I think Hilton might have this in the bag.
Yeah, let's see what happens here, Johns. Good push. Mistrap.
It's gone outside the 5, so we've got the opportunity to score high.
Oh,
But
Northwood
a
on the
good
counter.
turnover. What can we do? We got 25 seconds. I think Northwood get the free hit. Oh, a little bit of gameplay there, knocked away by the Hilton player. Smart play. Here we go. What can we do? I think the way that Hilton have been pressing, it's going to be difficult to get it up the other side of the pitch in 10 seconds. But a good pass through, just turned over. Midfield transfer. And I think this might be it. 3, 2, 1. And the final whistle goes. The game ends 1 to Hilton, 0 to Northwood. But what a fiercely fought game.
Yeah, John, so I think we said off the first tracker, the team that scores the goal will probably win this game.
You called it.
And we see that Hilton taking their chance. Northwood had enough opportunities, in my opinion, to be level on score, even to be 1 or 2 up. But in saying that, Hilton also had a couple of opportunities. So overall, I think opportunities left out on the table. Both coaches will be a bit upset about that, but obviously the Hilton guys coming away with a victory.
Okay. So, fantastic. Thank you so much for having us out here for the under-16 game. It's been fantastic to be with you, Wade Payton.
And you too, Johns. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Definitely will.